Look at this. A fuzzy little woolly mammoth trudging through fresh snow at sunset. Now watch the camera swing all the way around it. Here's the thing. There was no camera. There was no mammoth. There was no snow. Nobody filmed a single frame of this. Somebody typed one sentence, and an AI dreamed the whole minute-long movie out of a screen full of nothing but static. If you've been with us, you've watched AIs learn one human superpower at a time. They learned to see, to read and write on an engine called attention, to show their work, and then to teach themselves to think. They cracked the origami of life. They out-imagined the world champion at Go. They learned to listen to your voice. And back in episode 9, Stable Diffusion learned to dream, to clear a screen of static into one brand new picture. One still picture. This episode? This is the one that learned to dream the whole world in motion. But here's the problem nobody tells you. A movie is not a picture. A movie is a flipbook. 24 or more pictures, every single second. And every one of them has to agree with the one before it. The cat has to stay the same cat. The ball that rolls off the table has to keep rolling the same way. The puppy can't quietly turn into a kitten halfway through. A still picture only has to be believable for an instant. A movie has to keep 1,000 tiny promises, frame after frame after frame. So imagine you're drawing a flipbook. Easy to draw one good page. But to make it move, every page has to remember the last one. Where the ball was, which way the dog was facing, what's hiding behind the tree. Draw 100 pages where everything quietly stays consistent and you don't just have a doodle anymore. You have a tiny pretend world that you're keeping track of in your head. And filming, that exact trick is what makes this thing different. It isn't painting videos. It's running a little world. This is Sora. OpenAI revealed it in February 2024, and the internet kind of lost its mind. You type a sentence. A stylish woman walks down a Tokyo street glowing with neon, and out comes a video up to a full 60 seconds long. 60 seconds. To understand why that number is jaw-dropping, you have to know what video AI looked like the year before. Before Sora, the best text-to-video AIs could manage about 2, maybe 4 seconds. And they were rough. Faces melted. Hands grew extra fingers. A dog would morph into a different dog as it walked. They were dreams, sure, but the fever kind, where things won't hold still. Sora didn't make that a little better. It jumped to a full minute that mostly holds together. That's not a step. That's the cat couldn't tell a dog. Then suddenly could leap we keep seeing in this series. So how? Start with what you already know. Episode 9, Stable Diffusion. Remember the trick. Take a real picture. Sprinkle static on it until it's pure snow. Then train an AI to unsprinkle it, one pinch at a time. Do that billions of times, and it can start from nothing but snow and remember its way to a picture. Sora runs that exact trick. But not on one picture, on a whole stack of frames at once, denoising a fuzzy blur of a video into a clear one, all the frames together, so they come out already agreeing with each other. But to do that, Sora needed a clever way to even look at a video. Here's the idea, and it's beautiful. Remember episode 5, Attention, where the AI chops a sentence into word tokens. Sora chops a video into tokens too, but a video has an extra dimension, time. So instead of flat squares, it cuts the video into little 3D cubes, a small patch of the picture, across a short slice of time. OpenAI calls them space-time patches. Each cube is one token. A whole video becomes a bag of these little space-time cubes. And that is the unlock. Because once a video is just a bag of tokens, one single model can swallow anything you throw at it. A long clip, more cubes. A short clip, fewer cubes. Widescreen movie, square Instagram post, tall skinny phone video. Doesn't matter, you just arrange the cubes differently. Older video AIs had to chop everything to one fixed size and shape. Sora trains on video the way it actually exists in the wild. Every length, every shape. That flexibility is the quiet hero of the whole paper. Put those two ideas together and you get the engine's real name, a diffusion transformer. Diffusion? That's the unsprinkling static trick from episode 9. Transformer. That's the attention engine from episode 5. For years, image AIs did their denoising with an older design called a U-net. Then, in 2023, two researchers, Peebles and Sora, asked, what if we rip out the U-net and put the transformer in its place? They called it the DIT. It scaled beautifully. And Sora is that idea, pointed at video and cranked up enormous. One more trick borrowed straight from episode 9. A minute of full resolution video is an absurd number of pixels. Too many to dream about directly. So just like stable diffusion, Sora doesn't work in raw pixels. It first squishes the video down into a compressed sketch space, a much smaller version that keeps the meaning but throws away the bulk. It does all its dreaming there, in that cheaper space, and only at the very end blows it back up into a full picture. Dream small, then enlarge. That's what makes a 1-minute movie even thinkable. Now here's the part that should feel familiar. OpenAI ran the same prompt. A fluffy dog in a little hat, 3 times. Once with their base amount of computing power. Once with 4 times as much. Once with 32 times as much. Same prompt every time. At base compute, a blobby, smeary mess. At 4 times, better. You can tell it's a dog. At 32 times, crisp, detailed, stable. They changed nothing but the scale. Sound familiar? It should, because this is episode 4 all over again. Emergent abilities, the skill that's near useless until you cross a size threshold, and then it just switches on. And it's episode 7, DeepSeek R1, where nobody hand-coded the reasoning. It emerged from scale and a simple goal. Nobody sat down and programmed Sora with the laws of physics. Nobody typed in, this is how snow falls, or this is what happens behind a tree. They poured in scale, and the understanding woke up on its own. So what woke up? 3 things the paper is genuinely amazed by, because no one asked for them. Number 1, 3D consistency. When Sora's camera moves, sweeps, glides, circles around a subject, the world stays solid. People and objects hold their shape and their place in space, like there's a real 3-dimensional scene back there that the camera is really moving through. Nobody gave Sora a 3D engine. It learned, just from watching video, that the world has depth. Number 2, and this one's my favorite because babies spend a whole year learning it. Object permanence. A person walks behind a wall and comes back out, still the same person. A dog trots out of frame and back in, same dog. Something gets covered up, then uncovered, still there, unchanged. Sora keeps track of things even when it can't see them. The paper's words. It can effectively model long-range dependencies. In kid terms, it remembers what's supposed to still be there. And number 3 is the one that tips this from cool video toy into something stranger. Sora can simulate digital worlds. Show it Minecraft and it can render the game and control the player wandering through it while keeping the whole world consistent around them. It's not playing Minecraft. It's dreaming Minecraft, the player and the world together, frame by frame. At that point, you have to stop and ask, what exactly is this thing? And that's the real reason this paper matters. OpenAI didn't title it a really good video generator. They titled it Video Generation Models as World Simulators. Their actual claim that scaling up video generation is a promising path towards building general-purpose simulators of the physical world. Read that again. To make a believable movie, the AI was forced to build a rough working model of how our world looks and moves and holds together. The video was never the real prize. The world model hiding inside it was. But, and the paper is refreshingly honest about this, it's a rough model. Sora still gets physics wrong. Glass that should shatter just dents. Someone takes a bite of a cookie and the cookie has no bite mark. It learned how the world looks by watching, not the actual laws underneath it. It's a kid who's seen a million videos of things falling and can draw falling convincingly without ever having taken a physics class. Brilliant mimicry, not yet true understanding. And honestly, that gap is the most interesting part. So, why should you on the couch care? Because this is the moment the lines started to blur. Every photo and every video has, for all of human history, been a record of something that really happened. A camera pointed at a real moment. Sora makes footage of moments that never happened, that look like they did. That's wondrous. Whole movies from a sentence, and it's the reason your family is going to spend the next 10 years learning a brand new skill. Asking, wait, is that real? So zoom all the way out. 10 landmark papers. One long journey. AlexNet learned to see. Attention became the engine. Chain of thought learned to show its work. Emergent abilities. Whole skills switching on. DeepSeek R1 taught itself to think. Stable Diffusion dreamed a picture. AlphaFold solved the origami of life. AlphaGo found the move no human would play. Whisper learned to listen. Every one of them learned to understand the world we handed them. Episode 9 learned to dream one still frame of it. And this one, Sora, learned to dream that world in motion. So go back to that woolly mammoth in the snow. No camera, no mammoth, no snow. Just a sentence and an AI that, in chasing a believable 1-minute movie, had to quietly teach itself a little 3D, a little object permanence, a little of how our world actually holds together. It started out trying to dream a video. It accidentally started dreaming a world. And the wild part? It's just getting started.